Hey for lifers, it's your girl Tiana here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're part of the family here.
Ooh, it's something about the way she moves. I can't figure it out. There's something about her.
We are doing something I've never done before on this channel. As you can tell by the title, we are going to be reacting to a music video that just released 31 minutes ago. Only reason why I'm doing this video is because I was in the music video, so I'm like excited to see how it turned out, like how from the day of shooting, how everything came together as a video. But I'm nervous, y'all. I have expectations for the video as a whole, high expectations for the video as a whole, but I don't have the highest of expectations for my part. We will see. I'm at the very end. So anyway, the music video we are going to be reacting to is Mocha Bands' intro music video. If you know, you know. Go ahead and watch First Kill if you have not yet. Yeah, so let's just get right into it. So I'm going to pull it up. Oh, 9 minutes long. Holy crap. Without further ado, here we go.
Talk to me, girl. How you feeling?
I feel fine. Like, I don't need to go talk to this lady fine.
I know, Mo, but you need to do this. Production isn't going to let you move forward without talking to a therapist. And
so this is what they did earlier in the day.
I've been fine for 23 years.
Before we had our call time.
What's a stranger going to tell me about me that I don't already know?
Listen, play nice. It's a business. And I heard Dr. Lewis is great.
You know, I hate that her last name is Lewis. It all feels intentional. Like, oh, let's get her a therapist with the same last name so it feels like family. I don't like this shit.
I'm going to tell you the same thing that you would tell me. Put your big girl drawers on, because scary money don't
make no money.
Exactly.
I know.
Scared money don't make no money.
Thanks,
period.
You're welcome. Is that what you're wearing? Thank you.
This is legit a movie. It's a nice chair.
Thank you for coming in today. Would you rather I call you Imani or Mocha?
So fun fact for this part right here with the therapist, they filmed this part the day after we all did our part, and they were gonna go do it the next day, whatever. So we were talking about before we left, like the producers, and I was just being funny, and I was like, do y'all need us tomorrow? Do you need us there for like support? We could just be support. I'll bring some snacks. I was like, I'll be the therapist if you need me to, you know. And he was like, no, they Zoomed, like interviewed somebody for the therapist part. So let's see.
I'd rather not be here, so is that?
Oh, well, no one's forcing you to be here. You can leave if you like.
Well, actually, Dr. Lewis, by the way, we're fucking original Lewis. My management found it necessary for me to be a part of therapy sessions so that I can be a part of this production I want to be a part of. But I can't do that unless I do the sessions. So, no production, if no therapy. So here's Mocha.
I see. Why don't you start by telling me what you're thinking right now?
I think the color in here is underwhelming.
And
I think this chair made out of what? Fucking nail files. It itches, and thank God I don't have eczema, or I would have exploded. I think whatever candle you have lit in here smells like depression and makes me want to actually unalive myself. So there's that. But I guess more generally, I think therapy's dumb. I think it's absurd to spend so much money on a stranger so that they can validate your feelings and tell you nothing's your fault. And I think it's a cop-out for pieces of shit so that they can feel like less of a piece of shit because at least they can say they have a therapist. And I think therapists bank on that. I think it always boils down to whether or not you were told that I
put the therapist
so
down
when you were a kid. When the reality is we all got shit with us. And I'm not a fan of making my problems other people's problems. I handle it. So we can skip over the whole, and how does that make you feel shit, because I'm tired every day, like anyone else.
First of all, this is a monologue. That is a whole entire monologue.
I think this is the part where you tell me what you're thinking.
Whew, that's a lot to unpack. Let's give it a shot, shall we? I think you have a strong sense of independence. I think you had to figure things out on your own at a very young age. And as cliche as you think it may sound, I think that represents the relationship that you have with your parents. And I can tell from your accent that you're from New York. Tough city, right?
The accent, the hat, the whole nine. Also, y'all, if I didn't already say this, you just have to excuse how I look. I did not plan on recording a video today, but here we go.
I think that naturally you're a go-getter, which is a beautiful attribute, but it can also make you stubborn. I think you spend a lot of your life trying to prove yourself, but was met with hateful energy in return. Not because you're not worthy to be celebrated, but because you can be intimidating. I think that fueled you, but also made you cold.
Yeah, no, I would not have been able to do the therapist. That's too much to say.
You don't need validation because you already know. You're in a constant state of being painfully unsure of yourself and overwhelmingly confident in your abilities. I think it makes you anxious because you haven't stopped shaking since you sat here. How did I do?
I think if you want to keep any of your patients, you should get some fucking plugins.
You read her like a book. Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. I'm ready to get into it. Here we go. Let's go. Okay, before we even go any farther, that money counter, y'all, I wasn't a part of that scene. My part, disclaimer, is at the very, very end. Like, very, very end. Like, there's a talking part at the end of the song. I'm at the very, very end. But I wanted to try out the money counter too, because why not? And I could not do it. Couldn't do it.
Damn, JP, you're like next day shipping.
Ooh,
When I left the crib, I left my mom's a note that had my key up in it. I hit the road and hoped that when she couldn't see me, she would see me different. Spent too much time trying to prove what y'all already know. Ain't need a stamp of approval, I was already dope. I hear him laughing, kikiing, but I got better jokes. Ain't have to say we into it, it was already smoke. Ayy, where I'm from is trial and error. Biggies in the winter weather. Leather Pele's, beef and broccolis, Tucker Tech and Nike sweaters. In them buildings with them killers, and bodegas with them sellers. To the D's and to the boys, I'm Helen Keller. Ayy, I ain't put my...
That Helen Keller part, I was hoping they put that part in there because I don't know how I miss it. I was there the whole time. But I heard about it after it was done, so I was like, okay, I can't wait to see it. That looked really good.
Under no water, but been dying to come up. Mr. Softy, how I hustle, I've been grinding all summer. Mix the vintage with new season, cause I buy what I wanna. This young and thuggin', if I said that I'm gon' get it, I'm gonna. Ayy, say pop the top on them to see what is given. Ventilators in the spot so they could see how I'm living. Catch me stepping on some shit I used to trip on. I ain't turning faucets when I said I put that drip on. Anything I put on, they be like, she put that shit on. New Chanel excite me, babe, come help untie this ribbon. Treat me like a wifey, but won't ever put that ring on. Only on them pinky fingers, just to match the time my wrist on. Ayy, big old couch inside my crib.
I'm trying to enjoy watching this, but I'm like in my mind being very critical of it. Next time I'll enjoy it. This time I'm critical, but let's continue.
I barely sit on, ayy. I'm in the spot, not shaking ass, I get my jig on, ayy. Say wipe me down, that's worth the boosie, bitch, I been on, ayy. The money did and shit, that's probably where I've been all day. I ain't talking about sweatshops, but who you know working as hard as the kid be? I'm at work like a desktop. When who made all this chicken with number the chickpea? No, I ain't tweeting or subbing up. I go for the jugular, right where the bibs be. Then the next one go right where the jibs be. Then my brothers go right where the kids sleep. Don't tell them you proud of me. Tell them you shitted on me and you doubted me. Tell them how you planted that seed of doubt in me. One door closes, I open the window. They close all the windows, I get on the balcony. I am the living and breathing example of diligence, discipline, planning and waiting and failing and prepping and setting up boundaries. Out is where you shouldn't count me. Mean as I wanna be with these niggas. I seen 100 G's and seen bigger. I'm where I wanna be with these figures. Wannabes wanna be where I'm sitting. My peers see the fruits of my labor and love it. The haters bananas wanna see me plummet. They blue in the face, but so are the hunters. Don't see him at the top, but I see him from it. Dying to come up. Mr. Softy, how I hustle, I've been grinding all summer. Mix the vintage with new season, cause I buy what I wanna. This young and thuggin', if I said that I'm...
Ooh, okay. BTS, a little bit before this table scene, anytime she's outside in the car, I was standing off to the side because we filmed that at the end of that day. Because that, like, she filmed the whole song, that part, and then my part was about to come in. So I was just, like, standing off to the side. It's so crazy to see it in its actual form, like having been there. All right, let's keep going.
Gon' get it, I'm gonna, ayy. Say pop the top one, them to see what is given. Ventilators in the spot so they can see how I'm living. I pop a knot and let them see how I spend it. Cop a spot knowing I'll never be in it. It's just the beginning, this bands, nigga.
Anything you want to say to your fans, to your supporters out there listening, waiting to hear you drop?
That I love y'all and I thank y'all for the support for real music world.
Awesome. Anything for the haters, to the competition out there?
Nah, we don't pay that no mind. Y'all take care. Have a good night. Matter of fact, yeah. You could tell my competitors I said. Hey, tell the competition I'm built different. I'm gon' get it either way. I'm too gifted. Flick my wrist, you hear that swish, but I don't play. Different day, same shift. Be a boss, take risks, they clap it.
Y'all, this part right here at the end, I thought she said was the beginning to the next song. But so they were like, we had done it like 3 or 4 times, and she was like, screw it, just play it. So she played it. So I'm like, am I supposed to still be standing here with the microphone, which was her phone, by the way. I held it for a whole like hour and some change. I was like, am I still supposed to be standing here? But I was like, let me just roll with it, because she's rolling with it. So
about how far I came, I'm depping who I came with. I make shit work.
Yes, it was so fire. I literally was like, so fire. Cute. Okay, it came out really good. I honestly was like, it's only gonna be my left arm. I didn't even remember which hand I was holding the phone with, but it was like, just to give y'all a little bit more BTS, they, if you even care, I don't know if you care or not, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Like, it was like, do you know your lines? Like the creative director, Jonathan, or producer was like, did you get your lines? At this point, we had been there since 5. Call time was 5 p.m. And at this point, it's like 11:45 midnight. And I had just been sitting watching because we didn't do my part yet. They were doing basically the rest of the majority of the video besides the house and the therapist scene. So I was like, no, but it's so crazy because a couple days before, or like the week before when I found out my role as a reporter, I like saw it in the middle of the night and went back to sleep and had a dream that I had lines and woke up, checked the email, and I was like, no, I don't have lines. Like I was just dreaming, whatever. Then I get there and he's like, okay, so do you know your lines? I'm like, no, but if you tell me them, I can say them quickly. So what it came down to was I had them down packed, but then it just kind of turned into, well, the angle of which they had to shoot it, that part of the video, basically the spacing that we were in. But anyway, so they had to make it a tighter shot, I think, than they originally planned for, because that's why I didn't have to know the lines. But as you could see in the video, like they shot it from like the side of my head, so that way you can't even really see my mouth. So but yeah, y'all, super fun. Just a quick little reaction video, only because I was in it and I've been sweating and nervous about it this whole time, but it looks so good. So congrats to Mocha on the new single, the video, and let's do it again sometime.
She got her own thing.